Hello there, and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Jack Show. I am Dr. Jack Belitz, chiropractor in Omaha, Nebraska. Not here trying to give you medical advice, just trying to give you great information that you can use to make intelligent and informed decisions for you and your family.
I'm Aaliyah, Jack's wonderful assistant, and today we are going to talk about some severe back pain. We talked a little bit before about some medical treatments, and now we're going to talk to you about what we do here in our office to help people with severe back pain.
Because we think it's amazing.
Well, and back pain sucks. It ruins your life. It causes depression and keeps you from doing the things that you love. So we don't want you to be in pain, and we don't want you to be medicated either. So anyways, the first tool that we use is called network spinal analysis.
That is a very advanced form of chiropractic, and basically, I know when I was in my really severe back, because that's how we got into this, is I started having really severe back pain a few years ago, and it was really, really bad. And so I know exactly what people are going through when they are feeling like this, and I know that, you know, what it's like to not be able to do stuff with your kids and whatever. It's crazy, and it sucks, and it pulls your heartstrings. And so, you know, being from that position, I know that there's no way I wanted somebody cracking my back or popping it or doing whatever. And so when I found this really amazing work, I just knew it was going to be a great fit, and it has done amazing things for our patients. Absolutely amazing. And so, and Aaliyah's seen the results, and it's just light, gentle touches, but it literally shifts the position of the spinal cord within the canal. And so it changes the way your brain perceives things and changes the way the nerves are flowing. Absolutely amazing that it can even happen when you look at it as an outsider's perspective, but the results when you feel them are just mind-blowing.
One of the craziest things for me was when I started this was my body started to learn to kind of like adjust itself. So, you know, over the weekend when I'm not here and getting adjusted as needed, I would find myself, like I would bend over to get a piece of paper and I would feel a little shift in my spine and I'd go, oh, wow, that's supposed to be like that. That feels better. I didn't even know it was out of place until it corrected itself. That's my favorite
what happened.
part.
Yes, your body really, when it has that much connection, it really starts using your everyday activities to help things go back into place. So
100%. So the second tool that we use for severe back pain patients is our decompression machine.
Yes. And basically, most of the time when people have really severe back problems, it's because there is a problem called stenosis. In other words, there's a little canal in the middle of the bones in your back where the spinal cord runs down. And stenosis is when something starts to kind of narrow that opening or cramp that opening. And very often that is because a disc from the back is kind of bulging into that area. And so what this machine allows us to do is to reduce or even sometimes completely eliminate that bulging from that middle. And by doing it, it takes that pressure off that spinal cord and the body starts working the way it should. So, you know, how cool is it that we can get something like that done without cutting you open from surgery?
Oh, yeah. It's really cool. We've had a lot of people come in here ready to sign for surgery, and then they give this a try, and no surgery.
No surgery. It's so awesome. Yeah.
The third thing that we wanted to talk about was the cold laser treatment that we use. Now, we use this in other areas, but especially with severe back pain patients.
And basically what happens is that in the cells of the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, we have a little part of it called the mitochondria. And it's basically the part of the cell that creates the energy that the cell needs to survive. And what a laser does is it shines on the back and it penetrates deep into the tissues, and the frequencies that we have it set at energize those mitochondria so that they produce more energy than they were a few seconds ago. And all that extra energy has to be used somewhere, so the cells generally use it for healing purposes. So it cuts down the healing time that's required for a back pain tremendously. It's just absolutely amazing that something so small can be so significant in how it works.
Yeah, definitely. I love the cold laser. And this is my personal favorite, is acupuncture. I was a migraine sufferer, so that's my story. But
Okay, yeah. And here's the thing, acupuncture, been around for 5,000 years. And, people may have heard it, and you just kind of blow off that fact like no big deal, right? Well, think about the modern medicine that we have today, all the tools and all the traits that we have, right? How many of these things were around 100 years ago? And if you think about maybe aspirin, I think that was around since like the Indians, but really nothing else is of any significance is still being used. Now, go forward. What do you think is going to be that we're using today still going to be being used 100 years from now? I mean, my God, even 10 years ago, we're doing things differently now. So what we're talking about is a form of healing art that has basically remained unchanged for 5,000 years. Blows your mind away.
that works. It's proven in study after study to give people benefit for different things. Like I said, for me, for migraines, for severe back pain patients as well.
It's amazing. It really and so when you have something like that, there's got to be something to it if it sticks around for 5,000 years. And so acupuncture really does amazing things for a lot of people. Now, obviously, we don't use acupuncture on everybody that comes in for back pain. The one thing I will tell you that is very exciting for me is that we have a 92.3% success rate with our patients. And the reason isn't because we help everybody that walks in the door. It's because the first thing we do is we put people on our very specialized computer exam. And those results of that test give me a really amazing ability to predict whether or not a patient is going to be served well in this office or not, whether they're going to respond to our care. And so if it looks like you're not a good candidate, I'm going to be real upfront and honest with you and say, hey, listen, I don't think this is a place for you. One of the reasons is because we only take a certain amount of back pain patients a month because of the limitations we have with the schedule. So I want to focus our efforts where they are going to be mostly used. But the other thing is that if I can figure out the best people that have the best chance of taking, that's where I want to spend my time because I want people excited and happy about here. So it's a really amazing tool, and it really helps us help the city of Omaha amazingly well.
Definitely. It's nice too that we have multiple tools that we use to approach this issue. Where you go to other places and other doctors, they really only are working with a very limited amount of things and tools, in their box, so to put it. So we have lots of things to help you with your severe back pain, and
we're very proud of it. So if you have any issues, give us a call, 402-333-4848. Love to help you out. To me, it's not about just getting out of pain. It's about getting your quality of life back. It's about being able to do things not only with your spouse or your friends, but how about your kids? Getting on the floor, playing with them, throwing a ball around, playing golf, and not just when they're in high school, but how about after they've graduated and they have their kids and you're still out there and being active? That's what life is about. So please find the motivation to want to do something. Like if you are interested and if this applies to you, please, if you mention this video, we will do the initial exam at absolutely no charge. It's just come on out here. Let us see if you're a good candidate. And then if you are, let us show you what we'd like to do for you. And if it makes sense, awesome. I would love to be that person, to be there and help you and get you through this. So 402-333-4848. That's it for this episode of the Ask Dr. Jack Show. From Aaliyah and myself, we hope you have a wonderful, happy, and healthy day.